it's Kirby. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing another dupe video because it's April and that is the video series for this month due to April Fools, because who doesn't love a good dupe? And today we're doing a Get Unready With Me video because we are doing a dupe for the Tarte Friction Stick. We are putting it up against the Yes to Tomatoes Detoxifying Charcoal 2-in-1 Scrub and Cleanser Stick. So if you are interested to see how these face off together for a dupe test and you'd like to get unready with me, then please keep watching. Okay guys, so how I actually stumbled upon this was I saw that Yes to the company, I guess Yes to Tomatoes, but they're essentially just Yes to now. They came out with a whole bunch of new products recently, and one of them was this 2-in-1 charcoal scrub stick, and I was like, that seems like it would be a perfect duplicate for the Tarte Friction Stick. And since Tarte is canceled for a whole bunch of people due to their foundation launch that ended poorly for Tarte, I wanted to at least expose other options if people really liked their friction stick. I wanted to expose other options that people might have, because I know that sometimes whenever you're boycotting a brand and or you're just trying to find less expensive options, it's really hard to readily and quickly find different things that you're used to using. And so it caught my eye a long time ago. And now that Tarte is canceled for a whole bunch of people, I just thought that I would come on here and do this dupe because I think that it is important to have options. And since they're a cleanser, or it's a cleanser, I figured we would just do a Get Unready With Me. I have a headband. Why am I using the clip? We would do a Get Unready With Me video because that just adds a little fun little spin to it. And so I would just take you through my de-makeup-fying process, and in the process of doing that, we will test out these two different products. So first, I'm going to take my lashes off. And before I've used the Tarte Friction Stick before because I actually got a sample in a Sephora Play box. And before I do that, before I used it, I usually take my makeup off. I just use the good old Costco Kirkland brand makeup wipes. You get like 150 wipes or something for like 11 bucks. I usually keep 1 or 2 boxes on me at all times because you can never have too many makeup wipes. So as I'm wiping my makeup off rather aggressively, I'm going to talk a little bit about what kind of makes these two products similar. And the Tarte Friction Stick, its kind of claim to fame is that it has some sort of fossilized algae that helps to detoxify the skin. And I don't know. It's not charcoal. It's definitely not charcoal. I've heard enough about that. But it is it's fossilized algae, so it is carbon. Like, it is a carbon-based molecule, or whatever you want to call it, mineral that they're using that draws out the toxins. The Yes to stick is a charcoal scrub stick, so charcoal is also a carbon-based deposit, I guess you want to say, or whatever you want to say. And so again, the carbon and the charcoal draws out toxins. They both function the same exact way, which is why they are a dupe for each other. They might not necessarily be a dupe in terms of ingredients, but in terms of how they actually act to each other, they're definitely similar, because again, the ingredients that they have are carbon-based, and they both claim to draw toxins out of your skin. What also makes them similar, not only just being a stick cleanser, but they are a scrub as well. So they're a cleanser and a scrub. The Yes to just says that it's a 2-in-1. The Friction Stick states that it is a 3-in-1 because you can also use the Friction Stick as a mask. Now, Do I think that you can also use the Yes to Tomatoes stick as a mask? Absolutely. I just don't think that they're advertising it that way because I don't think that that's exactly how it's meant to be used, to be honest. Makeup is off, but whenever you use a makeup wipe, usually you have some sort of residue and or you haven't taken off all of your makeup. I still have a lot around my eyes, which is just gonna have to kind of stay there. But before we start, I wanted to say that the Yes to Tomatoes, the 2-in-1 scrub and cleanser stick, this was $9.99. I purchased it off of Ulta, but they also offer it at Target. I'm sure you can get it at Walmart. And what's actually really interesting about the Yes to Tomatoes one is that they have another 2-in-1 scrub stick, and I will try and put up a picture here if I can find a good one, but that's Yes to Coconuts and coffee. That is an energizing 2-in-1 scrub stick. So instead of charcoal, it uses coffee and coconut oil, and it energizes and it boosts the skin. So if charcoal is not appropriate for your skin type, Yes to, the brand Yes to, offers another different type of stick that is coconut oil and coffee. So if charcoal's too harsh or if you don't need this type of product, maybe look into the other one because it might be a little bit more gentle and or it might be better suited for your skin type. The friction stick does not have any other options. It is just the detoxifying scrub stick. It is what it is. So this is not a full-size friction stick, obviously. The full-size friction stick is $22. You can get it off of Tarte.com or you can get it at Sephora. I got this in a little sampler pack. It was $12. I got a little like scrublet pad as well as a little Rainforest of the Sea gel cleanser. And you'll actually be seeing all through this series, I buy a lot of like miniature and or travel size of the name brand or like the prestigious brands because your girl's on a budget. So I couldn't necessarily afford $22 with everything else that I purchased for this video or for this dupe video series. So I just got the little $12 like sampler pack from Tarte and it came with a friction stick. That's good enough for me. I don't need 2 huge scrub sticks. 1 is enough. I don't know how big they are. So the Tarte friction stick, the full size is 1 ounce of product you're getting. It's very similar in terms of how round or the diameter of this, but in terms of height, it probably only comes up to where this white is, where it changes from white to silver. That's about as big as the friction stick is, and you're only getting 1 ounce of product. In this Yes to Tomatoes 2-in-1 scrub stick, you're getting 2.5 ounces of product. So you're getting over double the product for what? This was 10, this was 22 for $12. That's a lot, like a lot. So again, if you're mindful of your budget or if you're looking for a more budget-friendly option, you're getting like more than double the product in the Yes to Tomatoes option. So I have a nice big old bowl of water here. It's nice and warm with a washcloth. So I'm just going to lightly damp my face off with a washcloth really quickly, as I also get water everywhere. And much like we did the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette and JCat Beauty one, which I will link somewhere, whichever way it needs to be, we're going to do one side with the friction stick and one side with the Yes to Tomatoes. And so here's the friction stick. It just twists up. I'm just going to rub it. Rub. It's not very exfoliating, to be honest. I'm not feeling like a lot of grit. I don't know if you're watching, I don't know if you've ever used the friction stick. I'm just kind of going through what I usually do. It has a pleasant scent to it, but it doesn't feel very exfoliating. Does that make sense? Exfoliating. I'm gonna just rub it in. When you rub, or when you're, I guess, working it in, it does have a little bit more of a grit to it, so it's definitely a more finely milled scrub. Alright, I'm going to rinse my hand off. It is very moisturizing though, I should say that. Like it doesn't, whereas a lot of charcoal products, they are very drying and they are very abrasive. Since this isn't charcoal, it's a fossilized algae, it isn't as abrasive and it doesn't feel as drying, so it might not be as harsh to your skin as maybe the charcoal would be, possibly in this Yes 2. So we're just gonna have to kind of see about that. And I'm now gonna take the Yes 2 on this side. This smells really, really good. So this is a lot more of like a soapy feel to it rather than like a scrub. It has like a lot more cleanser. It does not feel abrasive going on the skin. It even smells really, it even smells really, really soapy. I'm getting Tarte in my Yes 2! Ah! And you can even see like how it applies to the skin. It's a lot more soapy than it is like charcoal-y. That is not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a lot more abrasive and a lot more like exfoliating. Oh yeah, this side lathers up like a lot. Now that we have massaged in, I'm just gonna take my fingertips in the water real quick and just really try and activate both sides. So the Yes 2 side is definitely a lot more cleanser than it is scrub. I will have to say that. Now we're just going to take one side off and then take the other side off. Alright, let me go dry my face off and we will be back for final thoughts. Alright guys, so I was very surprised by this dupe. Like, I thought these two products were going to be a lot more similar, just in texture and in feel, not so much, again, in ingredients than they were. So the friction stick was a lot more exfoliating. Like, I could feel the grit, I could feel it really exfoliating my skin. It did not have much of like a frothy lather, so I would say it's more exfoliating and mask stick. And then the Yes 2 Tomatoes charcoal stick was very surprising because I thought it was going to be extremely abrasive. All of the charcoal products that I have used in the past have been very abrasive to my skin and it has been extremely drying. This was very moisturizing, believe it or not. Like, my skin feels very, very smooth. It does not feel like dry at all. It did not have as much of like a gritty texture in terms of like scrub, and it had a lot more of a frothy lather like a cleanser would. I mean, I know that they're 2-in-1 cleanser sticks, but I was expecting it to be a little bit more exfoliation. And maybe it's just because it was like the initial use of the stick. You know how sometimes whenever you first use a product and until you actually use it a few times, does it actually have that like gritty feel? But I was extremely surprised at the frothiness of the Yes 2. Do I think that they are dupes for each other? No, I don't think that you can say that the Yes 2 Tomatoes 2-in-1 cleanser stick is a dupe for the friction stick. However, and with that being said, if you needed a quick and fast option to change from the Tarte Friction Stick, I would say that the Yes 2 Charcoal Cleanser Stick is the best option that's out there. I don't know of a whole bunch of other companies that have cleanser sticks. I know that St. Ives just came out with one, and I think another company just came out with one too. But in terms of the detoxifying of the skin, which is what the Tarte Friction Stick really kind of advertises it does, I would say that the Yes 2 Tomatoes Charcoal Stick is your best option for a fast, quick change until you can find something that better suits your needs. And again, what's nice about the Yes 2 stick is that it has another skin type option. So this is for detoxifying, and the Yes 2 the Yes 2 Coconut and Coffee 2-in-1 scrub stick is for energizing. So if your skin needs a little bit more energy, I don't know. If your skin just needs a little bit more perking up, maybe you use that one in the morning. It has another option in terms of skin types and skin needs, so I think that's also really, really beneficial, but this is a lot more cleanser and a lot less scrub-like than I was anticipating, and so I don't think that I can honestly say that it's a dupe for each other, but it's passable. Let's put it that way. It's plausible that you could use this instead of this and still get very similar results, but they're not exact dupes, and that is very surprising because as I was reading reviews and I was like researching and looking into the different dupes that I wanted to do, I was like most excited about this because I was like, yes, this is gonna be like exactly the same. It's gonna blow it out of the water, but alas, I tried it and it's not. I'm not disappointed with the Yes to stick at all. I just was very surprised that it was a lot more frothy and cleanser-like than it was scrub sticky-like. So there's that. Again, none of these videos are sponsored. I purchased all of these products with my own money. I'm not trying to make a plug for any company over another. I'm not trying to pit prestigious brands against drugstore brands or anything like that. I just know that I like a good dupe and not everybody has the budget to afford a prestigious brand, and so it's always nice to just find other options out there, and sometimes, who knows, when you find a dupe, you might like it better. You just never know. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is Tarte canceled for you? Are you trying to find dupes for all of their products? Let me know if you have found any other dupes out there for Tarte products, for any product actually. I love a good dupe, so I always like to go and look into whatever. If you found this helpful, let me know that too. I will link all of the products in the description box below. I will link the little package that I got this in along with a full size and both of the Yes to 2-in-1 scrub sticks. So if you are interested in checking any of those out, then you can find that all in the description box below. As always, please be sure to subscribe. I would hate for you to miss out on another dupe from April. Thanks so much for watching, guys.